Hello, my people. I was reading through Showere's post on Twitter X, that's formerly Twitter, about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the post there. I was like, Sometimes history does not just repeat itself. It screams at us, begging us to remember. Makadia mama. You know, Nigeria has a way of pretending not to hear. Today, we are watching a painful replay of a movie we have seen before. Movie I hope it will not repeat, but it's beginning. In fact, this is the intro. Only that this time, the actors are different. The actor is different, but the script is the same. Many Nigerians still remember the struggle for the validation of June 12, 1993 election. The fairest election in the history of Nigeria, won clearly by Chief M.K.O. Abiola. You understand? He was loved by his people, but betrayed by the system and silenced by those who feared his freedom. The government of that time told us Abiola's case is in court, Abi. They said it again and again until we stopped asking questions. But while the case was in court, injustice was being done in plain sight. I hope you people are trying to get what I'm about to say. Abiola was denied his mandate. He was detained, humiliated, and eventually, what happened? He was killed a day before his so-called release. He was killed. It wasn't an accident. It was a strategy. It was a tragedy wrapped in law, signed with silence and delivered as justice. Now, let's fast forward to today. And we see the same play being acted on a new stage. In another way, new stage. This time, the name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the actors are using the same old lines. His case is in the court. His case is in the court, of course. According to them, the judiciary must be allowed to do their work. But we have seen this before. We have watched this horror movie before. We have watched this horror movie. Every adjournment, every delay, every denial of medical care, they are not signs of justice, let me tell you. They are tools of oppression. The same manipulation, the same abuse of process, the same lies, dressed as law. Delay, 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 delay. And just like before, there are fake narrators, Gekwanti, fake protesters, fake citizens, paid to defend what they do not understand. We saw what happened at the protest yesterday. Some group came out from even Igbo land. They brought them, we had in Siena buses to come and these are things that develop before the rating happens. Some are online. So several anti-protesters. For me, really, I want to I'm lending my voice in this particular thing to free Nnamdi Kanu. I'm lending my voice for the sake of, okay? If it's not good or not, any Igbo has to be free. And you know what made the security situation worsen? But as usual, even during Abiola's time, while some were saying release him, there are some who are saying he should be held. And people like that, they fill the airwaves with noise. But silence the truth that cries out in the hearts of the real Nigerians, the ones who see the injustice. If you're familiar with June 12, you will know this game they are playing very well. They know how tyranny wears a lawyer's wig, yes, and calls itself procedure. They know how power hides behind the word courts. They say federal government this, it has a case to answer. Let me tell you, the way I see that particular decision. Yes, federal government took him to court. The judge itself is still federal government. So, the federal government claiming, okay, they are the prosecutor, Abi. The judge itself is still federal government who appointed who will look into that matter, in case you don't know. They're using the court. Oh, it has to go through court. The court, they engineer. Yes, I've had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell them, I will win you in your court. Well, that is if they allow it. They are quietly and secretly planning a burial. I know this will sound somehow, but I need to say it. See how Nnamdi Kanu is disappearing. The Nnamdi Kanu you saw last in court on October 16. Is it the same with the Nnamdi Kanu that is a leading voice on his usual program? Is it the same with Nnamdi Kanu that is leading a movement? Nnamdi Kanu looks ill, weak. He looks broken by isolation. And this same case reminds us of Abiola. Before his fading and dying days, they showed him severally, oh, he was smiling. The same smiles, the same cameras, the same cover-up. We must not let history repeat itself. Yes, we must not let history write another obituary before our eyes. We must rescue Nnamdi Kanu before another citizen is sacrificed to the bloodthirsty Nigerian elite club, those who drink power and call it patriotism. You see, it is not about tribe. It is not about politics. It is about truth and the value of a human life. The law usually says an accused person is given an opportunity to answer to the accusation. Somebody will say, yes, he's taken to the court to answer to the accusation. I also ask, is it the duty of DSS to be the one holding him, putting him? It should be at least, even the criminals, the convicted ones, they have certain privileges. The court should first convict him, truly convict him, before he will go through some kind of, he'll be made to go through some kind of pains. Remember, he's only an accused person now. He's not yet convicted. But look at, for 4 years, they have been dragging this trial. Abiola case was going like that. People were thinking, oh, it's a matter of time he will come out. We are beginning to see a repeat. We are seeing injustice against one. That same injustice you saw in 1993. It is still showcasing itself in 2025. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. The hashtag is not a threat. It is a plea for justice. A nation that kills its true tellers is a nation digging its own grave. From Kensarowiwa to Delegiwa, from Abiola to now Nnamdi Kanu, Nigeria has turned its brightest sons into political martyrs. Each time the story unfolds, arrest, accusation, silence, delay, and then tragedy. And each time, the people move on until the next victim appears. When will the cycle end? When will we say enough is enough? If Nnamdi Kanu indeed has a case to answer, why all this delay for years? Remember, he was kidnapped in 2021. This is 2025. If he was serving a sentence, this is 4 years. And the major reason I am clamoring for Nnamdi Kanu's release, one of the major reasons is because of the security situation in Southeast. And for the sake of fairness, for the sake of peace, some of the times dialogue helps. It's not all the time that the government exercises its maximum power. And some will say Kanu broke the law. Remember, Abiola didn't. Yet, Abiola was killed. Abiola did not break the law, but he was killed. And to those who say it is a political issue, remember, tyranny always begins as a political issue and ends as a national disaster. And to those who remain silent, remember, silence is never neutral. It always sides with the oppressor. If we truly want peace in Nigeria, we must learn to give justice to those we fear, not only to those we love. The real test of a nation is how it treats its dissenters. And right now, Nigeria is failing that test again. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now before history repeats itself again. This program represents independent analysis and reflection on recent political developments in Nigeria. All commentary is based on publicly available reports and eyewitness accounts. Igbo Area TV stands for truth, unity, and peaceful dialogue.